Hello and welcome to this free podcast for Guardian readers with me, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant.
Hello there.
And the little shaven chimp that is Karl Pilkington.
Right.
Do you read The Guardian?
Yeah, it's the only paper I do buy, yeah.
You actually read a newspaper?
Well, I don't always, I don't read it page to page like a lot of people do, but it's got a bit of everything there. There's a magazine with, like, people's lives in there.
Yeah.
Like, they write a little article about, something that's up with them, and you read that and you go, oh, things aren't that bad. It cheers you up reading other people's sort of misery.
Yeah.
They've got, like, they just tell you stuff. The other day they were talking about how to survive through the credit crunch, and how if you eat slugs, it's best to leave them for 3 days before you eat them.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Sorry, that they've got to the point where they're suggesting that people are so desperate in a credit crunch that they're eating slugs but leaving them 3 days. Where do you get to the point that you're so desperate that you're going to eat a slug but you've got to wait 3 days? Because if I was starving I wouldn't eat a slug. I certainly wouldn't go, I'm starving but leave it 3 days, they taste a little bit better. It's like a fine wine.
It's just...
Where was this?
What are you talking about? Was this The Guardian?
It was
really?
The Guardian, yeah.
What? So, okay, tell me the gist of it. Not that you read it, you just probably read the headline.
I saw the headline about the slug.
What was the headline?
Something like, if you're going to eat a slug, leave it for 3 days.
Nonsense.
So I thought, what's all that about? And it was this woman who was doing some sort of credit crunch thing, saying how you can survive on next to nothing.
Right.
And there was just little tidbits.
I don't think people want to hear that.
If you're eating slugs, kill yourself.
I think people are going, oh God, I might have to give up the holiday home. Oh no, I'll take a cut in pay. They're not going to go straight to eating slugs. There's going to be sort of like
it's gotta be
a
gradual.
transitional period.
Take the kids out of private school.
Yeah, exactly. Get rid of one of the Volvos. Dad, what are you doing? Eating slugs. What? Eating slugs. Are we not going to Disneyland this trip? No, eating slugs.
Well, that's what's interesting about the newspaper, isn't it? You find stuff out like that. I didn't know you had to leave them for 3 days.
You're never
going to use that. You're never going to eat a slug, Karl.
You say that. The way things are going at the moment, it's tough out there, isn't it, for people?
You waste money on food, because you go shopping every day and buy food in a supermarket for that meal.
Yeah.
Because you say your flat's too small to keep food in the fridge.
I haven't got a freezer. So
Right.
I've only got a fridge. So I can have milk. I can get milk in, pop it in the fridge. Eggs are always good to have in. You can do a lot with an egg.
Well, yeah, so far you've got scrambled eggs with that milk and a lovely...
Well, there you go.
Yeah, you've got scrambled eggs. Okay, what else? What do you have with that?
Slug omelette.
Slug omelette, yeah.
What else do I buy?
Go to the Fat Duck.
You've got to buy...
Not out of the question, the slug omelette.
Better to buy on the day, because I don't know what I'm going to fancy eating otherwise. You don't know what your taste buds want.
If you've got a weekly shop... You're still versatile. You've got all the eggs, you've got the bacon, you've got a few bits of meat, you've got some chicken, you've got salad, you've got... You don't have to decide... One, you don't have to decide a week in advance, but two, you don't have to go shopping every single day.
Yeah, but if I haven't got that, what is my purpose?
Well,
that's my job
that's your
at the
life
moment.
purpose,
well,
is it?
But, Suzanne goes to work. I know each day I've got a couple of jobs. I've got the washing up to do, put the washer dryer on, and buy the food in. They're the three things that, no matter what happens, I've got my 3 little duties. They're my jobs in the house.
What a sad little bloke you are.
It's not. You find stuff out. You never do it. You never go shopping. I've never seen you with a carry bag in your hand. How much is a pineapple?
You've got me there!
There you go.
You've made me look like a twat! I've no idea!
There you go.
How many pineapples are you eating?
No, I'm not eating them. It's just that I didn't know, to be honest. So I had a look the other day. I stood there and at £1.95 they are, 3 for £3. I thought that was quite dear. But
well, this audiobook's only £1.95 if you go to iTunes and download it now, and that's an hour pleasure. So
It's either this or a pineapple.
Yeah, is an hour of this worth more than a pineapple to you?
Almost certainly not.
Well, we should give them... Let's give them a little example of our wares. This is a clip from our upcoming audiobook, The Arts. One of the things we do discuss in this audiobook is the merit of putting paintings up on your wall to brighten up your life. Karl rules that out. Not only is he artless and stupid and doesn't really understand the point of any art form, but he's, as you know, got a mirrored wall. And in this clip, we're discussing his life at home with that mirrored wall.
I mean, I haven't got pictures in our flat because of that mirrored wall I've got.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, it's tiny. You've been in it. I've got windows on one wall, door to get in on the other, kitchen on the other, mirrored wall on the other. So there's
No
nowhere
space for
there.
art.
There's no space for art.
I'm intrigued how you sit at home. Where's the sofa?
At home,
Yeah.
facing the mirror.
So you sit looking at yourself all night,
Yeah.
as opposed to a painting.
Yeah, but at least that changes each day.
No, it doesn't.
It does. The picture
No,
changes.
it's not. It's round and miserable every fucking day.
No, honestly, it's good to, because you don't look at yourself otherwise. Especially me, I haven't got any hair to comb or anything, so I don't look in the mirror as much as the normal person. So, whereas now, I'm looking there every day.
So you're sat at home staring at yourself?
No, because the telly's in front of the mirror.
But are you not distracted by yourself?
Yeah, you do. When the adverts are on, you look up, and if Suzanne's sat next to me, I tend to talk to her through the mirror.
What do you mean? So why don't you look at her when you talk to her?
Well, you don't have to turn your neck or anything. There's no neck usage going on. I can just look forward. I look at the telly, lift the eyes up, look in the mirror, look at me, look at her.
What does she do? Look back at you
We're
in the
used
mirror.
to it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like there's more people in the room in a way. It's like,
And they're further away.
there's nothing odd about that. Why wouldn't you use... It doesn't matter. Your
Sorry,
eyes, remember, your
why
eyes
wouldn't
are
you
still...
talk to your girlfriend via a mirror all the time? Is that your question?
Well, no, I think it's quite normal. If your head is facing a mirror where you can see everything in that room, remember, it's a small flat, I can see everything that's going on in there without moving my head. Stephen Hawking would be well happy. So I can look forward, she's sat next to me. If I'm watching the telly, I can say something. Now, she's getting the sound from me still because she's sat close.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're further away, but things look better from a distance anyway.
So that's how you managed to keep this relationship alive?
Maybe.
You're such an odd little man.
But no, it's not odd. You see, there was a woman on the estate who did use... have I told you about Miss Piggy before?
No.
It rings a bell. Go on.
I think I told you ages ago. It's this fat woman who used to be on the estate. She had a three-wheeler bike. And her
Push
husband...
bike, pedal bike?
Yeah, like a tricycle thing, but a big one.
Right.
She used to sit her husband in the basket in the back. Cycle about, what have you.
Yeah.
She was known as Miss Piggy. Anyway.
Oh, is this the one that she used to beat him up so your dad pretended to be a policeman?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
one, yeah. You remember?
No, I don't remember this.
Yeah, she used to always duff her husband up and that, and people in the area knew that she was being a bit tight on him. And my dad went round with his mate and sort of...
But what's this got to do with the mirror?
Anyway, well, the way she used to communicate, she used to always go in quick save and nick biscuits. And if anyone went up to her to say, stop nicking the biscuits, she'd pull out like a little mirror out of a bag, and she'd look in it, but talk to you via the mirror.
Oh man!
What?
This
So she's
place you
insane.
put up, it's weird, isn't it? It's
It was
like,
really weird.
Like
It used to scare me.
It's like a Salvador Dali painting. you exist in there.
Yeah. It's really, really
So
weird.
hang on. So she used to talk to people through the mirror because she was mental.
I couldn't sit, watch the telly, and look at me watching the telly in the mirror all night.
No,
That's
no,
weird.
that would
Why?
be really weird.
It's really weird, Carl.
I'd be very conscious of myself.
No,
Conscious
I
of the
think
way
it
I'm
gives you,
sat.
it gives you confidence and that, and if you are
Gives you
sort of...
confidence.
Well, yeah, because you're seeing yourself more and you pick up what habits you do and stuff like that.
So what have you changed through your viewing of yourself?
I sort of grew a beard the other week, just something different to look at for a bit. And then you get sick of that, it's like a piece of art. Change that, have a bit of a shave.
Can you see the back of the telly in the mirror?
A little bit, yeah. If the flat's a mess, it's a mess twice.
Oh, God! Well, we hope you've enjoyed this exclusive podcast for The Guardian. As I say, this is where it all started. I enjoy it. I still enjoy it. It's my favourite thing I do. Never mind Hollywood and TV and live and books, and this is so much fun for me. Just seeing a little bored, irritated, mank, twat, whinge.
Rick, can I just take this opportunity to say to the Guardian readers that if they've enjoyed this twaddle,
Yeah,
and which of them wouldn't have,
yeah.
then of course they can enjoy more of the same by going to iTunes and downloading The Ricky Gervais Show. There's 4 series of that?
5, I think.
5 series of it, wow.
Yeah.
Plus, of course, our more recent audiobooks, The Ricky Gervais Guide to. We've done medicine, natural history, the arts, and coming soon, philosophy.
Thanks very much. From me, Ricky Gervais, goodbye. Steve Merchant.
Thanks.
And Karl Pilkington.
Right.
Hello, readers of Shortlist. magazine. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant.
Hello there.
And Karl Pilkington.
All right.
We've been asked to do a little free podcast, a sample of our wares for Shortlist magazine. It's a new kid on the block. It's taken England by storm, I think. Well, how can I describe it? It's aimed at men. It's free every week. News, sport, TV, cars, movies, style. Now, obviously, the reason we're doing this, Karl, Steve, is that maybe some of these readers will go to iTunes and download one of our record-breaking, world-beating audiobooks. I'm worried, though.
Go on.
They get everything for free. The magazine's free, they go to the website free. Why are they suddenly going to pay, $1.95 to hear an hour's drivel? It's a problem, isn't it?
It is a worry, actually.
I know what we do. We sucker them in with a list. The greatest list they've ever heard.
Okay, well, these are... okay, ambitious. I mean, bear in mind these people are stingy.
Yeah.
Cheap.
But they love lists.
Well, this is it. On the one hand, they love lists.
Yeah.
That's why they read Shortlist magazine, that's why they go to the website.
They love lists.
But on the other hand, they love free stuff.
I know. Well, I tell you what, we're given this for free, and it'd be a lovely list, and they go, oh my god, I don't usually like paying, but there might be other lists on the audio. Oh, there's loads of lists on our audiobooks.
There's heaps of lists.
Karl, let's give them a list. Top 5 something. What are you interested in? Are you interested in news, sport, TV, cars, movies, style?
Not enough to make a list out of it. I'm not into lists.
Okay.
You're not into lists.
You're not
Great.
into lists.
We were
We're
banking
in
on
the
you.
wrong place here. Come on, there must be... What inflames you? What interests you? What could you... If I said, right, quick, you've got to come up with top 5 things, what would it be?
I mean, I'm into weird stuff, but it seems a bit tight to stick them in a list.
What, like what?
Well, like, sort of freaky people and that. I've got that freak book. But I don't know if they'd be happy if I call one of them up and said, good news, you're at number 1, because you've got 4 legs or whatever. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, then, this is the exclusive Ricky Gervais guide to Shortlist magazine, Karl Pilkington Top 5 Freaks, in at number 5.
So you've got to work backwards, haven't you? I've got to know what my number 1 is.
I think you
say
do work
number 5.
backwards.
Probably something not too good at number 5, but it's still interesting. Lighthouse Man.
Who's that?
Lighthouse Man?
What's Lighthouse Man?
It's a fella with a hole in his head. And he, what he does, rather than moan about it, sticks a candle in it.
Shut up. What are you talking about?
Sticks a candle
What are
in
you
it.
talking about? Where is the
I
hole?
bet he didn't call himself Lighthouse Man, did he?
Well, I don't know, it's just what he got nicknamed. Because he had this hole, doctors were like, there's nothing we can do, can't fill it. So what can I do with it? And it was of the days when there was no electric and that. You had to walk about with a candle.
Right.
So hang on a minute.
Okay, I can have both
got a
hands
little
for
candle
you.
holder in. Stuck a candle in it, and he just got nicknamed the Lighthouse Man. So again, it's not that amazing, but I like the way he was sort of energy efficient.
Didn't he have, like, wax dripping on his head?
No, because they all went into the hole. So in
What?
a way, it was filled in. By
What
the
do
end
you
of
mean?
the
It
day-
wasn't a hole, though, it was a dip, surely?
No, a big hole.
Yeah, but not a hole through the skull with wax dripping on the brain.
No, just a really big hole in his head, but it had skin.
Like a golf hole.
Yeah, I suppose a golf hole's a good way of looking at
Perfect
it.
for a candle, basically. And
Yeah.
then the drippage went
Went into the hole.
Yeah.
Candle sort of stood up straight.
Yeah,
So was it in his forehead?
No, on the very top of his head.
that's perfect. You don't want it in the forehead, Steve. You'd have to walk back with
That'd
your
be
neck
ridiculous.
cricked.
So he was like a kind of human jack-o'-lantern.
He's a lighthouse man. What, Steve, what
Sorry, mate, yeah, I
better
forgot
description
about
do you
that.
need than the lighthouse man?
So yeah, he's probably at number 5.
Wow, that's at number 5, Steve.
Number 4.
What about Pig-faced Woman of Manchester Square?
Again, you're getting what it says in the tin there, aren't you?
Now, pig-faced woman of Manchester Square, is that someone you knew growing up?
No, it's a square in London,
Yeah.
Right.
and it's just this woman who had a face like a pig, and the rumour was
Yeah.
that it wasn't a woman. Someone said it was a pet bear and they'd shaved it. That's what
Oh, God!
That's what
Was
I've
this
heard.
someone? Was this someone you saw? Or
No,
that you
no,
just read
this
about?
is going back.
This is years ago.
This is years and years ago.
Yeah.
When there was loads of like weird looking people. I mean, the fact that it's Pig-faced Woman of Manchester Square
Yeah.
says that there might have been one in
Piccadilly Circus.
yeah, whatever. So there was a lot more of them knocking about back then.
Let's assume that it was a woman, and the first one, the lighthouse fellow, he's a human. Do you think people would object because of their disfigurement, deformity, a bit like being called freaks? Do you think?
Well, it gave them a purpose back then. See, if you were a freak years ago, there was work for you. You'd have these circus things. Now, if you've got a funny head, you're on the dole. They don't do these side
Or working
shows.
with Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant on the world's #1 audiobook. Great. Number 3?
What about Elephant Man?
Right.
Stick him at number 3. He's
number 3.
He's surely the most famous freak ever to have lived, isn't he?
He's the one who got me into it.
Right, yeah, sure, he's a sort of entry-level freak.
Yeah.
A gateway freak.
Everyone is aware of him.
If the Elephant Man still existed, right, and you got the opportunity to meet him, and you walked in, a couple of questions. 1, what would your first reaction be? And 2, what would you say to him? What would your first question be?
How would I react? Well, I've sort of seen him enough now that it wouldn't shock me. So I don't even think I'd flinch.
Okay.
I mean, like I said when I first saw you, that was a bit weird. But now look, I can look at you. I don't double take or anything. What would I say to him though? What? I'd probably say, where do you get that hat to fit you? You always had that on. Where do you get that from?
That sort of flat cap that he's got.
Yeah, that on, didn't he? So,
Very stylish.
so yeah, I'd have him. So he's at number 3.
Right. Elephant Man number 3. I can't wait for
Blimey,
2 and
yeah.
1. Right. Okay. Number
Well, I
2.
know what my number 1 is. It's just number 2 now. I don't know his name, but there's a fella knocking about. Well, I don't think he's around anymore. But he had like a normal body. Looking at him, you'd go, "What's up with him? He's not a freak." Takes his undies off. He's got 2 knobs.
Right.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, he doesn't know where to start. Do you
don't
think
know.
he uses them alternately, like either wee out of this one, either wee out of that one, or does he just like spread the load so he's weeing out of both?
I don't think he knows.
What
I
do you
think
mean
it's
he doesn't
sort of
know?
like a lucky dip. When he goes to a urinal,
Yeah.
he can have a little bet with himself. He's just like, I don't know what's going to happen here.
So do you reckon he holds them
Holds
both
them
out?
definitely.
So he takes his trousers down because I mean,
Yeah, you can't use a Y front.
right.
It'd be,
Need more like a W front.
Yeah. So he pops his kecks down there.
I don't think it's that much of a problem. It's not like...
Well, I don't know.
I'd prefer that than Elephant Man's head.
Well, of course you would.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
What if you had Elephant Man's knob?
Yeah, but it didn't work like that, did it? That's the thing. They said he had the body of an elephant, but that's the only thing that wasn't of an elephant standard. His knob was normal. Whereas with this fella, it's the other way round. Everything normal. Take the pants off. Oh, well, what's going on here?
But why would you ever take his pants off?
No, well, I wouldn't. I'm just saying if...
But why? I don't know why you'd be in a situation with this man with 2 knobs standing there with his pants on, and you go pop your pants off. You're not a doctor.
No, say if I'm waiting in a cubicle and he's there.
For what?
Sorry, you're waiting in the cubicle and he
I'm
comes in.
waiting to have a wee at a cubicle. He's
Oh, in the
taking 2
toilet.
urinals up and going,
Right.
hang on, you don't need them both, do you? He goes, well, actually,
Oh, and then
have a look at this.
right.
He's got 2 knobs.
See, I didn't see him at 2 urinals. I saw him at 1. Maybe them pointing inwards.
If you had that, and say the first time that you met Suzanne, would you mention that straight up?
Would you say, right, before this goes any further, I've got something to show you?
Well, let's tell me exactly what you would say. All right, Carl, I can't wait to go back to your place.
Oh, maybe we should end up sort of like boyfriend and girlfriend and live together for the rest of our lives. You had normal head then, didn't you?
I had the same head, yeah.
Yeah, but it had like hair coming out of it, didn't it? And sort
Yeah,
of like,
yeah, but she also had a smaller arse back then as well, so I think we've both been dumb.
If you want to hear more of this kind of intellectual discussion, then download our audios. Anyway, we need to get to number 1.
Yeah, number 1.
okay, it is.
It's Pillow Man.
Oh, yeah.
Pillow Man. Okay, now explain for those that don't know who he was.
He's a fella with no arms and legs, just a head and a little body. Nickname Pillow Man. What else do you need to know?
Well, why is he your favourite?
Just because he's amazing. Just the way he just got on with his life. He used to light a cig, just using his lips and his tongue and that.
Oh, I've
And
seen
not
this.
fully lit. He'd buy Roll Your Own.
Yeah, it's in the film Freaks, isn't it?
Yeah,
And he
He had a
rolls
shave
it.
as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
How did he have
Do you
a
think
shave?
he used to do it? He used to get it in his mouth, and I don't know.
Jesus.
It's amazing. Did he have a knob?
I think he did, because he had some kids.
What?
Yeah, he had kids. He was an alright looking fella. He wasn't odd looking. It's just that
Sorry?
he had no, his head, he looked like Samuel L. Jackson. Imagine him with no arms and legs.
Right. That's odd, though, isn't it? Really?
It's weird, but you've got to give it to him. You know, I mean, he's there rolling his own. He's pretty cool looking.
I just want to say to people, it's no. You say it looks cool, with no arms and no legs to smoke, but don't forget that smoking can stunt your growth.
Yeah, but yeah, remember he was on like this circus freak show thing with like a bearded woman,
Yeah.
right? Which isn't really a freak, is it? She's going to have a shave. Have a shave, you're not a freak anymore.
Yeah.
A bearded woman. Compared to a fella who's got no arms and legs, a bearded woman, get out! But there was like a fella with no bottom half to his body, called Johnny Eck, was his name. So, when you're knocking about with that crowd, you're going to get a bit. You're going to get a bit. So, yeah, he had kids, and they were all normal kids. They had all the limbs.
Did his
and
wife
everything.
had arms and legs?
Never saw his wife.
Never saw his wife.
I think
He was probably ashamed of her. She was a bit of a freak.
for someone like him, you'd think he'd just give up, wouldn't you? You think, forget it. What sort of life is it?
Yeah.
I'm like a Mexican jumping bean. It's not worth living. But he just got on with it. To have a shave, I don't even bother having a shave some days.
No. Nor did the bearded lady. Lazy fucking bitch.
So that's why I've put him at my number one position. It's just amazing, isn't it? The human, how whatever you dealt, some people just get on with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Pillow Man, or Draft Excluder, as I prefer to call him.
There you go. Oh. Well, if you've enjoyed this free exclusive podcast for Shortlist magazine, we've got quite a back catalogue now, haven't we, Carl? We've got 5 series of the Ricky Gervais Show on iTunes to download under audiobooks. We're halfway through our latest series, the Ricky Gervais Guide to. There's medicine, there's natural history, there's the arts, out now and coming soon, the Ricky Gervais Guide to Philosophy. Now, me and Steve are a couple of big shots. We do this for a laugh, but this is Karl Pilkington's only source of income. This is what you do now, isn't it?
This is my full-time job, yeah.
What do you think of that? Is
It
this
depresses me.
Why?
This isn't what I ever wanted. Because I haven't got a purpose, have I? I'm sat here talking about the Pillow Man. If it weren't for him, I'd have nothing to say. It just depresses me. That I just wish I had a job where I felt like I was needed. And I don't feel needed. It's not a proper job.
We need you.
I know,
We need you for money for old rope.
I know, but this isn't. I wanted something that, when you die and that, if it's, you get up to the gates, whatever, and they say, "What have you done?" And then I'm looking worried, thinking, "Is the Pillow Man about?"
Carl, no! Look, we've taken the internet by storm.
Yeah, but there's loads of people who've done that. So
All right, let's not bring it down. We've had a lovely time. Thank you, the readers of Shortlist. Download our audiobook. Carl needs you.